Hello and welcome to Fortnightly Frontier, the somewhat incorrectly titled podcast about Star Citizen for many reasons. Yes, we talk about Star Citizen on this show and sometimes even Squadron 42 if the news merits such things. I am your host, Darjanator. Over there is my thirsty fellow, Myre. Actually, literally thirsty because it is hot. Is it not?
Yes. Yes. I am thirsty for all those reasons.
Yeah. Welcome.
Hi, so what are we talking about today?
Well, we had a couple of topics slated, but considering Star Citizen Alpha 3.6 is not out of Evocati yet, I think, if we stuck with that, it would just be a repeat of the previous episode, and nobody wants that, So
It'd be easier for me.
It would be easier, yeah. But I don't remember what I said last week, so maybe we should do it. But no.
Last time we talked about 3.6 and what was coming on because, of course, Pillar Talk came out, which was the new quarterly thing from CIG. So we talked about all that's happening in 3.6, which is coming very soon. It's the 30th of June today, which means that July is coming around.
Q2 is about to run out.
Yep, Q2 is about to run out, Q3 is about to start, and so theoretically, tomorrow is supposed to be release day for 3.6. We all know it's not going to happen. At the most, we will be expecting perhaps maybe to see 3.6 getting released into the PTU sometime next week, not necessarily tomorrow. For those listening on Spotify or on YouTube, that may have already passed, but for people watching live, that's just around the corner. But yeah.
And if we can't talk about 3.6, what shall we talk about? What other news has been released?
Well,
in the past couple of weeks,
news, not really so much news, other than
or
of
at
course
least some information.
The release date of CitizenCon, so we can have a conversation about conventions.
Yeah, and that's exactly what was tweeted out as well. Convention conversation, a con.
So if we didn't do that, then we'd be liars. So we're going to be talking about CitizenCon 2949.
CitizenCon. Yep, and 2949. Yeah, it's going to be in Manchester, so that's right up your alley. Right
Not
up your
really.
creek, right up your geographic simile or metaphor.
Sadly, not really, because you know that it'll still cost me maybe just over half, if not like 3/4 the price of if I was to fly to America for a convention.
What?
Like, it's like
is it actually cheaper for me to fly to England than it is to you to fly inside England?
Yes. Well, not even flying. To take a train to Manchester.
Oh, train.
It's £100 over and it's £100 back.
Well, that is... No.
Stupid.
Yeah, that is stupid. Yeah. Do you not have any friends that you could ride share with?
I don't have any friends that I can ride to Manchester. No.
But yeah, well, at least it'll be slightly cheaper than what I'm predicted to pay.
I suppose because you have to fly over to England and then take a train, right?
But actually, since we have the date now, and the date, by the way, is the 23rd November, which is a bit new.
Super late. That's like they're like fusing the CitizenCon stuff with like the holiday stuff almost. They have a month.
The anniversary stuff, yeah.
Yeah. The anniversary stuff, and that's crazy. And they're not going to be doing Gamescom, obviously. So it's like everything is going to be like one mass. And I guess they are ramping up, like development and stuff as we get closer towards at least Squadron's release. I think you mentioned that they're almost 2 million builds now into Star Citizen or something on the launcher.
Yeah. So this is funny. Last year in October, I went to during CitizenCon, when we both were in Texas, I went on a studio tour, and one of the things that I can say is that I asked Mike Jones if they have anything special planned for the 1 millionth commit to the database, to the build system. And he said they'll look into it. Maybe something will happen. Nothing did happen, but they're quickly approaching 2 million less than a year later.
It's a lot of builds. But then again, how does it work exactly? I mean, like, is it every single time somebody in the office saves? Does it increase a build number, or how does it? Okay,
it does. All right. Yeah. It's not what they make a build, but every time someone makes a change to the repository, it can be just an errant syntax fix in the code, or it could be a brand new ship that will bump it up by 1. But it's in 5-6 years they make 1 million changes, and then in less than a year they make another 1 million.
Maybe what's happened is that it's on autosave.
Implementation of autosave everywhere.
Yeah. So whenever anybody does any change to it, it counts as a build change, and then like gets saved and gets sent to everybody, like Google Docs style, but like for Star Citizen. I don't know how it works. It's a guess.
It could be, yeah. But anyway, yes, CitizenCon is fast approaching.
Yep, and
Wave 1 of tickets.
Wave 1 of tickets went away so fast.
Two actually, was it 2 waves? Two sets. I think 2 sets of Wave 1, and that did. First wave went in 10 seconds, second wave went in 30 seconds, as is the norm, as it usually happens.
Yeah.
And this time around, it's only 500 tickets that are being sold instead of like 1,000 like last year.
That's only for the first wave, though. So if anybody still wants to go, it doesn't mean that it's game over. There will be a couple more waves as we move on.
Yeah, sure, but a total of 500 only.
No, because they sold 250 concierge tickets in total, and then on the 28th they sold another 250 tickets, and that was wave 1.
Really?
I shall show. There you go.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Huh.
Okay. So I don't know the capacity of the actual like venue, but how many went last year?
I don't think. Well, they had a total number of 1,000. I think they just barely got everyone in.
Right. Oh yeah, I remember how many there were because I was part of the volunteers, so I was one of the guys who was actually like bottling up all the posters, and I think I must have bottled up about 1,000 posters.
So if you're going as a volunteer again this time around, might wanna get some Callus cream or something like that.
I was surprisingly fine, but maybe I'll get like, I don't know, poster gloves or something. Check out.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So are you going? Oops, sorry about that.
This year I will be going again.
Don't punch your mic.
Yes, don't do that. It's not a good sound. I mean, it could be a good sound. I mean, like, anyway. Bring lotion. Check. I will be going. Yes, I'll be going as another volunteer this year as well. So I have no idea what I'll be doing, but I'll be doing it again.
Yeah, I think I will be going as well. Yeah, I'm just as we're talking, I'm just checking flight prices and everything. I need to get to Graz, which is in Austria, which is quite far away. But why not? And that's a flight straight to Manchester, by the way, not to London. Nice. And then yeah.
Okay, so that's gonna be potentially much cheaper then.
Yeah, 140 euros.
Oh, nice.
Return, but I do need to get to Graz and then come back again, and that is actually not that far away. But anyway, what do we know about the convention? Where is it going to be held?
So it's going to be held in Manchester again. We know one funny little thing, which is that there's going to be a massive dentistry convention being held on the same day, which is going to be a good thing for maybe one or two very, very specific citizens who are both English dentists and also citizens. Maybe, in fact, even they're going to be announcing a new like dentist ship or something. Who knows? You know, like a
specific variant of the Apollo. Is it Apollo?
Yeah,
medical
you know, like
ship. Yeah,
with flossing gameplay loops and stuff. You know, like
no, plaque laser.
A plaque laser, yes. Root canal planner and stuff.
root canal claim thing.
Yes.
You know.
Big Benny's toothpaste. Yeah, exactly. So they
No.
What else do we know about the day though?
Well, it's going to be in a huge convention, a convention hall that can fit like 10,000 people, but I doubt CIG will be renting out even a quarter of that.
Yeah, I mean, from the floor plan, and sadly we don't have it on hand to show you guys on the stream, but maybe like for the YouTube portion or something, we might be able to. No?
Doubt it.
No.
Doubt it.
Well, I was going to say that basically
Shamble
that
says it looks like a warehouse, and it might be a bit disappointing, especially because of the Center for Performing Arts in Austin, Texas, that housed or hosted the convention last year. That was actually a fantastic venue. It was very varied.
But the thing is, for me, right, the Center Performing Arts was obviously, you know, it was amazing, it was beautiful outside and in. The issue is that it was a place for performing arts. You go inside and there's a theater, but the corridors and stuff, which are really tight, you can't really do much in it.
That is true.
But they tried to. With this place, there's a lot more like smaller rooms that you can have those bespoke activities without being so cramped. So I feel like if they were to do more of the same, this venue might be better, just because that not only does it have like the same kind of like theater stage thing, but it also has a whole bunch. Does it not? It has like a conference stage or whatever, maybe not a theater style.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Yeah, but it also has like several
stuff for like keynote addresses, and stuff like that. Probably, yeah.
I think floor space wise, it might be. Is it bigger? I don't know. It just seems like it might be better for what CitizenCon is, which is a convention.
I suppose, yeah. But then again, it ends up just being like another convention. Logistically, better, but maybe not as special, I suppose.
I mean, if it's Star Citizen, it's already special, isn't it?
Of course. Yeah. I may as well go as a volunteer. I think there's another option for me for that. Still some thought to be given, but I think it's 100% certain that I will be at the convention.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. So they did release a Q&A for the for the convention, at least for the first sale. They might release answers to more frequently asked questions later. We've actually covered a couple of them, but one of them is, I can't make it to Manchester. Will the event be live streamed? Do you have the answers
Yeah, I do. Okay. I do have the answers up, and it's a good thing that they are at least up front right now from the beginning, that it will be 100% free to watch the live stream. There's none of that paywall shenanigans like they tried to do last year. I mean, for someone like Blizzard, maybe in a couple of years once the game is released, sure. But for now I think even with the added costs of hiring an outside group of people to handle all the production quality side of it, I think it's it
was a bit of a PR snafu last year, wasn't it?
It was. If they handled it properly, I think they could have gotten away with it. Like, if they started with everything, will be available to watch on YouTube afterwards.
They did though, didn't they?
I don't think they put enough emphasis on that part. But then again, I don't know if it was just the fact that it was still live streamed for free. Not everything went on to YouTube afterwards. There's still a couple of really important, but really interesting segments that you would have to look for, like VODs on Twitch, if you wanted to watch them. I don't know why. Like the Evo Herzog's the helmet reconfibulating technology that he's working on, to match the character's skull and stuff like that. That's not on YouTube. I don't know.
Right. So Top McGrabbit says, how do you apply for volunteer? I believe that there will be a general call for volunteer applications soon, right?
Soon enough.
Yeah. I'm not sure the exact date, but I believe there will be. But because I volunteered last year, things are a little, I guess, less formal, should I say.
Yeah. For returning.
Volunteers, yeah. But because, not every single volunteer is going to make the trip from America to England, I'm sure there are going to be a lot of spaces over. So keep an eye open. In a couple weeks, there'll most likely be.
Then again, we made our trip from Europe to America. So
that's two people,
it's
though.
Their turn.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it's worth keeping an eye on Spectrum, and eventually, I mean, like if I see it, I'll retweet it, obviously, and that kind of thing. But keep
definitely.
an eye on Spectrum. What else? Let's see. Can I purchase multiple tickets? No.
No, standard fare. They are account bound.
Yeah. Cosplay is heavily encouraged again this year, but of course, no weapons.
There will be weapon props possibly provided by CIG, like there were last year for the Dragonfly photo.
Were they provided by CIG? I thought they were just not a fan. Okay.
They were. They had to be officially provided because of the venue. You can't, even prop guns are not allowed inside unless you have proper paperwork and go through proper channels. So that's why they had to do it.
But what if I'm cosplaying as a gun?
Like one of those guns in Borderlands 3 with legs.
Yeah, exactly. Or what if I'm cosplaying as a sword, just like I'm trying to get into the convention as a sword. I mean, like, will they let me in? Will they not?
I think it's rather obvious that like a 2-meter tall dude in a really bad sword costume is not an actual sword.
But what if it is? What if I fall on somebody? Exactly. Brickstars asked, do volunteers get rooms and meals or anything? No, volunteers are not paid for in any such way. They're literally just there to be smacked around, basically, because they love the game.
They are fed.
We did get we got wristbands and stuff at food trucks.
We got wristbands for free food. Yeah, for unlimited free food.
Yes. But
drinks were provided in these portable refrigerators all around the convention for staff use.
But accommodation was not included. Definitely not.
Accommodations, unfortunate. That would be nice, since you're not actually getting paid to work, that would be nice if they actually just put you up. But maybe next year, maybe in a couple of years, I don't know just how much of a kerfuffle it would be to handle that part of a volunteer drive for
It'd just
workforce.
Be too expensive. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if the money is the primary reason why they're not doing it, or if it's legal.
I'm sure there's a lot of reasons to it, logistical as well. I mean, like, how many volunteers are there to then want to go and house a whole bunch of them for like 3 days?
Yeah, exactly. And there's also no obligation for you to go there even if you applied and went through all the paperwork and everything. There's still no obligation to do so, but if they put you up, they will be paying a room somewhere, to be empty.
Right. But yeah, but I guess it shouldn't go without saying, or it should go without saying. I don't know what the saying is, but I'm saying it anyway. Basically, if you want to be a volunteer, only volunteer because you want to help out with a convention. Don't do it because you're thinking about, oh, they're going to be perks or this and that and the other. There aren't. It's a lot of hard work. Like a lot of happy faces were frowning by the end of it. But then they were happy
The work
again.
is its own reward.
Yes. Yes. Anyway, let's continue with the rest of the Q&A. Will there be a VIP ticket? There isn't a VIP ticket this year.
No. Last year they had a standard ticket for about $80 and a VIP ticket for about $130. Don't take me up on the price. It's somewhere about there. No, this time around there is only one tier of ticket, and it is the expensive one.
Yeah. Yeah, it ain't cheap. But I imagine that if they're getting the same amount of people in, and if the convention hall is comparably as expensive or whatever, then what's inside the convention hopefully is going to be better,
Hopefully something new and sexy by JRDF.
Yeah, hopefully it's not just CIG's way of saying, deep down inside, guys, you're all VIPs, hopefully it is actually...
Hopefully we'll actually get our money's worth, yeah. Well,
exactly.
not our money's worth, because we may actually be volunteering, but the people who paid, yeah.
Yeah. Is there an age restriction? Yes, 18 years or older. Although I'm sure if you are an organizer or something, you do get leeway or whatever, as it tends to be the case in conventions. But that's not really anything to do with us.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't being 18 or older a requisite to actually have an account for Star Citizen?
Yes, yeah, but I think so actually. Yeah, you're right. But I was more going on the fact,
and because only backers can buy tickets, it only goes, say that you're already 18 if you have a ticket. So
yeah, I was more saying if you do see kids around, they're likely there because they're allowed to be there. Don't get salty that you couldn't bring yours because they're probably kids of,
or maybe they just got lost from the dentist convention.
That is true. I mean, I know if I was a kid,
I wonder how much overlap they're gonna be.
Oh God, I hope not much. Apart from, of course, the dentist citizens out there who want to sneak away from talking about teeth all day to talking about Everin, something else beginning with a T, Terra. Oh, nice. There's gonna be another digital goodies pack this year, similar to last year.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. So last year we all got them dusters, right?
Was it last year or was it the year before?
It was last year, I believe. We got the CitizenCon dusters.
Okay. Yeah. Well, words. Everything. Well, just about everything that will be provided to you in the digital goodies pack will also be available for purchase in the store afterwards.
Yeah.
So if you didn't get a ticket but still want some of those goodies, you can go and buy them separately.
I wonder
At
what
least
it's
that's
gonna be.
how it was last year.
Yeah, but I wonder what it's going to be. I mean, what do you think it's gonna be? I mean, last year or the year before, if you're right, that it was the duster, right? The really ugly thing that you wouldn't see anybody quote dead within the verse wearing. This year, I have a hunch that it might be a helmet of some sort. Because they've been really pushing the whole helmet thing recently with the skull helmet. That
with the refactored wearables or wearables carryables. So you can, you will have to take off your helmet and carry it with you instead of, just have it blink out of existence.
Yeah. You see, I'm not the only one. Look at chat. They're like, oh, it's hideous. It's disgusting.
It's dusty. That's all it is.
Yeah, I mean, perhaps maybe too dusty. Anyway, yeah, it was a nice try CIG, but I'm looking forward to something nicer this time around for the digital stuff. Yeah. Can non-backers acquire a ticket?
Nope. No.
Yeah.
Can I transfer my ticket to someone else? No, they are account-based or bound as soon as the purchase goes through.
Yeah. Oh, not even a helmet. As Ichiro in chat says, a helmet flare would be super interesting.
Oh.
Like just an Odyssey helmet flare. So you slap it onto the Odyssey, whatever color you have, and then instead of like changing it to a skull, it would change it to, I don't know, like a spinning Star Citizen logo or a CitizenCon logo or something.
Oh, that would be tacky. You know what?
Awesome.
You know what? Like this year, where they had live, not build, but live design of both a trophy and a knife. I think everybody at CitizenCon got that knife as part of it. So as soon as knife stabby action is in a game, we should be getting that
nice.
as well.
Okay.
So and that was actually a very good thing because it was co-created with the help of the community who voted on the design direction for it.
Right.
So if they do that again, that'd be awesome. And maybe a helmet flare could be something that's born right there on stage at CitizenCon.
That would be pretty awesome. That would be, as some people say, heckin' epic. Red Dawn asks, do you expect to see a ship skin like we did last year? So last year when they refactored the Consolidated Outland Mustang, they they came out with a 2948 color scheme variant. It was like a beige and white kind of thing. It looked really cool.
I like it. I really like it. I wish you could get it without the CitizenCon logo.
True, but you're not. Although no, you might. You know, once we actually get the whole ship customization thing being like rolled over to all the different ships, eventually, you might do. You might even get like things like the maybe not necessarily the exact same color scheme, but the red and black, like a Mustang Omega, but without like the logos
Omega
and stuff on it. Yeah, without AMD written on it. Maybe the black and red swapped over, that kind of thing.
For gamers, because it's red and black.
Hi. Yes, anyway, dead air.
Dead air, yeah, so much dead air. Next question from the FAQ. Is the venue wheelchair accessible? It would have to be. CIG is very careful. Well, not careful, but very
conscientious.
Conscientious of the needs of the less able among us. Yes. So sure, yeah. And it looks like the rest is just a repeat of last year's. There will be food, there will be sitting, of course, there will be security, and you'll be able to not only photograph and record stuff that happens at CitizenCon. The live stream, as I read, is also free to be rebroadcast.
Yes, so that's a big one as well, because last year, I don't know who thought about it. Chris took the fall for it, but I don't think it was Chris, because Chris could do no wrong, right? But yeah, last year's whole thing about it was so weird, and it was amazing that they 180'd on it and everything. But this time around, yeah, anybody. So if you're a streamer and you can't make it, well, you're gonna be able to at least get some traffic on Twitch, because hey, you can restream at the moment it goes live. What's interesting is that it doesn't seem like there's going to be a double channel event, if you know what I mean, like where there is something happening on the stage and another thing happening at the atrium somewhere, like but it might just be that they haven't said it's going to be like that, or maybe it will, but yeah, that was one of the really cool things about last year's CitizenCon. There was something for
There
everyone.
was just
at
so
some point.
much to watch, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm kinda sad that I will actually be going, because there is something to be said about just staying at home, or having a watch party with friends, not having to walk around, not having to smell all the other convention goers. Sorry guys, but that is just the fact for every convention I've been through and every convention everybody goes to. Not enough deodorant is used.
Honestly, last year, I
It wasn't
think it
that
was.
bad, I think.
It wasn't that bad. Yeah,
No, it
I
wasn't
think that
that bad,
maybe
no.
somewhere like somebody said, "PSA: Don't forget to shower," and then everyone was like, "Oh yeah, water," and then they did it. But yeah, it wasn't that bad. I've been to more fragrant conventions, should we say? I think one last thing we missed though was can you buy tickets with store credits, and that was a no.
That was a hard no. Because store credit does
store credits
store
like
credit,
CIG,
yeah, store credit is for, I guess, for internal revenue. I suppose you could do it, but I'm guessing any ticket sale would automatically get piped to a separate account that would be able to go out and purchase services and equipment for CitizenCon.
I guess if you put it this way, if I was to buy a Vanguard 2 years ago, and then I melted the Vanguard and said I wanted to put the Vanguard money into CitizenCon, then I paid them 2 years ago for a Vanguard. That money was probably used up maybe like relatively soon after. And now I'm saying that, hey, I wanted to use that money for my ticket. That's just, not how things work.
No, it's I've never kind of understood people's over obsession with store credit. I mean, you're supposed to be helping back this project, not just recirculate some money you have on a website for different stuff.
I have no opinion on the way, to be honest, other than it doesn't really quite work when it comes to things like when they're doing things outside of game development. Because, like, you can argue that you've already paid for game development, but you haven't paid for the convention.
No. And we need a convention. I mean, I think the fallout if they just canceled CitizenCon would be so much bigger than if they just continued and made it more expensive, which I think they are doing.
Yeah,
but it is getting bigger. It is getting bigger and better every year. Last year's was amazing.
It was. It was even
after.
Better.
Even after the amazing CitizenCon of Frankfurt, which was a tour de force,
it was ridiculous.
We didn't think that they'd be able to top it, but they did. And this year, I mean, good hopes that.
Yeah, I mean, like, where is it gonna end? Where is it gonna end? But yeah,
it'll end with JRDF actually making an Idris, and then we all fly away and have a CitizenCon forever among the stars.
So at BritizenCon, actually, I interviewed JRDF, and I asked JR because for those who don't know, JRDF is the company that makes all like the refabrications of all your favorite ships and stuff for conventions and all that kind of stuff. And he made the Dragonfly last year. He made the Kraken model. Yeah. He made the Saber the year before and all that stuff. I asked him at BritizenCon if he could make anything for a Star Citizen convention, if he had executives say so, like if he had something that he wanted to propose to CIG, what would it be? What would you like to make? His answer was pretty cool. His answer was he wanted to make a 1-to-1 scale replica of the interior of a caterpillar. So not the entire caterpillar,
no,
but like the habitation area, like in between engineering and like the first module.
Oh, just that.
Yeah, so because that could be quite easily like an area for a convention, right? Like Like, remember Gamescom
I don't think it's
16,
big enough,
17? You don't think it's big enough? I mean, it's quite
Mm.
large. Maybe more of it then, as much that as is necessary for a convention booth. Because there were like what, like four PCs, then 4 behind those, and then the area where like DJ Gamble and I were. So it wasn't that big.
Oh, so you mean for Gamescom? For CitizenCon, there would not be enough.
Oh no.
Yeah. But just as a sort of cute thing for to house presenters. Yeah, sure. Yeah. And then people, actual visitors gather outside of it, and
Yeah, and like you can't see what's inside, but you go into the door, and all of a sudden it's like, what the heck? I'm inside the caterpillar. What? Alt backspace, and then yeah. But yeah,
and
it's
somebody's making eggs on the stove because of course the stove would work.
Yeah, exactly. Last year at CitizenCon, something that I suppose hasn't been a thing for previous CitizenCons is that there was a specific theme. Last year's CitizenCon was hosted and sponsored almost exclusively by Drake. And so, of course, they had the Kraken and they wanted to show off and stuff. Obviously, they didn't. They also released
And
like the
it
Valkyrie.
didn't have the dancing girls. I'm so disappointed by that. Because
right, and you mean the dancing
remember
men
from that animation, right? You had the dancing girls dancing on the caterpillar.
So newsflash, Darch. Those were dancing men.
Dancing men?
They did
In
not have
bikinis?
they did not have the female model. So they literally put men there in bikinis.
Ooh. All right, if you say so.
Yeah.
They're still meant to be women.
You can't. I mean, like, how do you know?
Well, it is the 30th century, so it could be both.
Could be both. But yeah. So anyway, back to themes.
Yes.
So last year, of course, was Drake. I don't think there was a specific theme the year before. Obviously, though, there was something about the saber.
This time around, if you go to the CitizenCon 2949 page, which is just robertspaceindustries.com/CitizenCon, it's all about Anvil.
All right, you're right. Yeah. Our sponsor for the 2949 edition, Anvil Aerospace. What the heck's Anvil going to be making? And I would have thought that maybe it'd be like Crusader or something. Crusader being the sponsor would be awesome, because then you'd be like, oh yes, guys, they're going to be announcing like Horizon or something, and like Crusader like being able to fly into it and stuff.
But you know what it's going to be. You know full well what it's going to be. The Carrack. Come on.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're right.
If not released, they're gonna have a big commercial like we had for the Consolidated Outland. I keep forgetting. Is it Consolidated Outlands or is it Consolidated Outland?
That's a good question.
Anyway, CNOU Pioneer. They had the quasi TED Talk commercial, which was really well done. So yeah, I'm calling it. It's going to be a commercial for the Carrack, and it's going to blow everyone's minds, including my little one, because I want it.
Yeah,
He wants it. The precious.
There's a little poem actually on that website as well called "Into the Unknown," and it's all about. So obviously it's the Carrack, because the Carrack's an exploration ship.
It is. Yeah, and then there's a guy in an oversized suit below it.
Yes, obviously.
Because that makes sense. Because I guess Anvil doesn't make space suits, do they?
I mean, it's an Odyssey helmet, and it's
not an Odyssey helmet. It's a Venture helmet. It's the
I
Venture
don't like
suit.
when you're right. All right, so there we go. We have 145 days, 3 hours, and 22 minutes as of the end of this sentence for CitizenCon.
Hype!
Yes, that feels or sounds at least further, like away than you'd expect, like for
less than half a year, though.
Yeah. But yeah, looking forward to it. Should be awesome. It's gonna be great seeing everybody again. You know, like all these old faces and stuff that you see once a year. How depressing is that for people who go to these conventions regularly? Like every single time you meet these people that, you know, like they are your friends, right? You meet them every single year. You speak to them throughout the year. You only see them once. And every single time you see them, they age a freaking year. It's like the not the Expanse, sorry. The what's that with TARS and stuff, right? Like where time is like relative and stuff, and like every single time you see that. Yeah, it's like Interstellar. It's like that, but just slower and more depressing. Yeah.
But we don't get Matthew McConaughey crying his eyes out. Anyway, you know, I never really went to conventions before I became a Star Citizen.
Yeah, I mean, neither, really. I mean, like, that's very true.
Well,
I hadn't gone to a single convention until then.
You've gone to other conventions, though, just because you are a Twitch streamer, so you've gone to TwitchCon.
I would never have been a Twitch streamer. I would have never gone to a single gaming convention had it not been for Star Citizen, yeah. So, yeah, I think I owe...
Have you gone to any PAXs?
I've been to PAX South, but that was with Aloy, and that was obviously after I'd been streaming. So, yeah. Like, I would not have gone to a single convention without Star Citizen, so... Thank you for my social life.
but can you imagine what your life would have been like had you not come up with on Star Citizen?
Probably more productive.
Oh, true. Yeah, something about bioengineering or
no? Cancer biology.
Cancer biology. Yeah. See. If it wasn't for Star Citizen, you could have cured cancer by now already.
I mean, cancer isn't just one disease, it's like several dozen, so no.
But anyway, 3.8 is going to be the Jesus patch, and that's going to cure cancer anyway, so...
That's right. If the carrot doesn't cure cancer, by God, I'm going to eat my hat.
You heard it here first, folks. And I'm going to hold you to that.
Note to self, buy an edible hat.
You know, you could just make your own, you know, make it out of bread and put salsa in it and stuff like that. You know, those are fantastic. I'm getting hungry.
All right. On that note, guys, this has been the Fortnightly Frontier. Has it? Is it the end?
Should be, yeah. I mean, we don't know much about CitizenCon yet. Wave 2 is gonna come and go very quickly, I'm sure, and we don't have any actual information about, any tangible information about it yet. So once that happens, you know, once we get an FAQ or a Q&A, we'll be back. We'll have another. We'll do a redo of an episode of this episode with more information. But until then, I'd say this is it for this episode. A bit rambly. I haven't slept much. Myre's hot. It's not perfect conditions for a
Sorry.
For words.
Myre's hot.
For words. Yeah.
It's like 33 degrees in this room right now. Yeah, it is. It is smoking. I'm hot because what do they call it? The summer of hell or something? Like cows are dropping dead in India. Like it was the hottest day in record of French history. Like 2 days ago. It's not been good. Yeah.
Which is probably also one of the reasons why they moved CitizenCon further away towards winter.
Yeah, that's right. Also, did you hear like a cow or a horse poop exploded in Spain, causing a 10,000 acre fire? It's not been a good summer, and it's just started.
What?
Yeah.
How does that happen?
It got so hot that the poop exploded and like set fire to an entire farm. Google it.
I will. But now it's time to end the show. Anyway,
all right.
Guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for joining us on Twitch, and thank you for watching on YouTube and listening on. Okay, let me get this straight: SoundCloud, Spotify, and Google Play Podcasts.
Do you do Podbean? Podbean?
I don't think I went there.
Okay.
Anyway,
sorry.
yes. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for joining us in chat. It was one of more, I think, chattier episodes of us. Usually, sometimes it's just Myre and me or the guest, but this time chat was quite instrumental in the ramblings of both me and my co-host over there. Anyway,
Thank you, chat.
I have been Darjanator. Over there has been Myre. There's chat, and this has been the Fortnightly Frontier. And we'll see you in the verse.